the Alexander courts when they're doing lunch just to catch up what's going on. There was a witness this morning. Unfortunately, I didn't get the witness this morning because I came in rather late. I was doing some editing of videos this morning. I just left. I went during lunch. So right now the defense is up and they're defending their client. When I walked in, they were talking about a Facebook page with a photo, and they were talking about the mega data on Facebook. This is what Mark Agnifilio and his team use to disparage one method that to disparage one of the survivors in the Diddy trial. They were supposed to they showed a picture that the survivor took, and they were able to show at the time that the survivor said the picture was taken of her injury that Diddy was in New York in Brooklyn doing an event. The judge didn't go for it at the time, but they're doing the same thing. Apparently they showed Miss Brooke, I think it was Miss Brooke, a picture of one of the twins, and she said, yeah, that's the twin that did bad things to me. And they said, can you tell the difference between the two twins? She said, yes, one of them have a softer face, the other one have a straight face, and that's him. So she was like, they said two things. One, the metadata, the first picture, I'm sorry, I'm mixing up. The metadata would show that the survivor was on the cliff looking at the sunrise when she alleged that she was attacked. So that's one. Now they say there's another picture in which the survivor claimed, right? That's Miss Brooks, I believe, claimed that the twin that actually attacked her was Thong, and she showed the picture and she confirmed, yeah, that's the twin. They said, how do you know the difference between the twin? They said one of them have like a smoother, like a baby face, and the other one have like a straighter face. And they showed the picture, and of course they did the switcheroo and the tricky trick. And they said the picture that we showed the person that's testifying is not the picture of Tong, is a picture of his brother. Now, I don't know how the jury felt about that revelation and stuff like that, but I don't know how the jury took it. But I should actually tell you that even though the survivor says that they recognize the brothers are actually identical. The twin brother. Okay, so now they moved on and they brought the first witness for the defense, right? And it happens to be a chef, right? And it's for Miss Brooks, 16-year-old. Hold on, I want to make sure. Hold on. Yeah, it was Miss Brooks, the 16-year-old, that says that she recognized the brother. She was 16 years old. She recognized which brother was which, but then they showed a different picture. And the defense was like, oh, my client, Alon, is innocent. He is not the person in the picture. Okay, that's the defense. Now they brought somebody named Rudolph Staker. Apparently, he's a celebrity chef. He's been doing it for 10 years. He's the executive chef for Jim Donor at Madison Square Garden. He worked with Kevin Durant, etc., etc. And he worked with Alexander brother from 2016 to 2024. He's a black male. I'm talking about, hey, how are you? We're talking about the Alexander case. I'm giving you up to date. Anyway, 2016, he worked with the Alexander brother. He worked mostly for Thon Alexander. He does a lot of their parties on the weekend. He cooked for them in their house at downtown Manhattan. In Hampton, he travels on Friday, work through Saturday, and get back to the city or wherever he lives on Sunday. He worked for 2.5 to 3 summers at different events. He stays in this bedroom downstairs, right? He stopped working for them because they traveled so much. So he said they didn't need him so much. So he said that he worked that Labor Day weekend in 2016, which was 26 Surf Bluff. He worked as the senior chef. He arrived on Thursday and he worked through Monday. They showed him an invitation at a party. He said yes at the invitation at a party. He said one of the main things he did is he roasted a lamb in the pit area. He said it was about 16 to 17 guests. He said the Alexander brother was entertaining his clients to close the summer on a high note. He said alcohol was served, a bar was set up, and they had bartenders. They showed a picture of him where he was serving the meal. So we saw a picture of him where he was standing and serving, roasting the lamb. He said they had top shelf spirits. They also had rosé wine, large thin beer keg. 2 kegs was outside and 2 kegs was in the garage on ice. He said that there was a tap for the wines where people could go get the wines. Apparently they were showing a video of people drinking, but they didn't show us the video. They did show us the photo of him, but they didn't show us the video. The government went back and said, do you recollect, were there drinks at the table while you, do you recollect drinks on the table while you were working? He said, no. Did you get, or were you drinking during your work? He said, no. The defense came back. He showed a video of rosé to confirm that's the rosé. He said, what appears to be in the cup? The government said objection. The judge said sustain. He said Saturday night there was a photo. They were talking about the photo, and when she was there and when she was talking to the host and talking about food, he got it confused. I thought that was interesting because I think he caught the defense off guard. Sorry guys, my nose. It's cold outside. I think he caught the defense off guard. He said, when was the picture was taken? He said it was taken on Saturday night while we was having dinner. And the defense was like, okay, was it taken Saturday? He's like, no, it was actually taken Sunday. So he said he recognized the people that was there. He recognized Robbie, who was the house manager, and he recognized the brother. I thought him not knowing the date of when he was talking to the brothers was very interesting. I think that the government took notice of that. All right, he said he sees a brother. He said, did you see any of the Alexander brother pressuring women to the table to eat? He said, no. Did you see anybody doing rugs? He said, I have not, but then there was an objection and the judge said sustain. So they're probably going to pull that answer out. He said, then they came back and they said, have you ever seen them do anything, any Shabbats? He's like, yeah, they normally do a Shabbat dinner where I kick it's a Jewish holiday where they invite all their people and their friends and they pray and they serve bread. So I'm guessing they were trying to make them appear to be religious. Right? The government course, they said, chef, during the parties, have you does the bar have any mixers for the for the alcohol? He said yes. He said Labor Day weekend you made the brunch, right? They said yes. And you put out beverage, right? He said yes. She said what type of beverage did you put out? She said I put out water, grapefruit juice, coffee, etc. And then she was like, oh, grapefruit juice. Oh, okay. She said the oven said yes, it was making juice on the house. So did you go away with the juice afterwards? And he said no. It said juice that morning. He said yes. And then she took a picture, and the monitor, the food got up and she said, well, they cooperated with each other, or the friends said no. That's the way it is. He said, let's take a picture. And this is he said, do you recognize any of the women in the picture? He said no. He said, did you have any conversation with the women in the picture? He said no. The defense came back to the court. He said, what kind of picture did you out? He said, they were in. He said, did you take the guys down? He said, around 1 o'clock. Approximately, he said, was in the afternoon, was the breakfast, they were there.